Good afternoon. We're having a rewatch today of last night's game. It was a good game, and I felt like I wanted to rewatch it. Oh, and Joel doing the forward wall. He likes it. This always makes me nervous, but I know why Joel does it. He doesn't like him to cut through and just get in, which I get that. But it also makes it so when I'm like, okay, I need to cut, I can't. But you know, everyone's got the way they control the board. So, on this side we have Joel as their Spanish. We have Michael trying to get his first win as the Portuguese. We have Jono as the Franks. Let me be frank. And Lars as the Rootin' Tootins. On the other side, young Jake McKean as the Britons. I went as the Slavs. I gave them the Slav. And then Taylor's are Spanish. And of course, Marcus, not Prue. I'm so sorry about that again, Marcus. Is the Bulgarians. Last night he asked, "What civ should I be?" And we said, "Whatever you're good at." And that's what he went with. So we look at our walling situations here. We see Taylor's finishing it up. Marcus has some here. Taylor put in enough for a gate. I walled off this section, and Jake walled off that section. Jake's going to be operating out of here. I'm going to be here in the middle. Taylor's going to be kind of over here, and Marcus is going to be over here. On the other side, we've got Joel operating from this corner, kind of. We have young Miguel building his stuff there. We've got a big open area over here that is not going to be ready by treaty drop. We have Jono operating here, here, and then Larry. Hope he doesn't run out of castles. Let's pull up these things. So our populations, we've got 40 seconds. So Marcus and Jake are similar. Jono's the lowest. I'm at 250. Larry's at 240. Taylor's at 200. Joel's at 160. And young Miguel's at 85. Joel's got a bunch of vital bills. Treaty's up. And I'm like, let's freaking go. Remember we cut in, it was like, there's so much room right now. What's going on? Oh, we're gonna speed up this game. Because there ain't no reason to be slow now. So we hit that. Larry's building yet another castle, because why not? There's nothing wrong with building more castles. We're gonna hit Jono's castle here. Kaput. I'm trying to just make things a little tricky on Jono. Taylor's in. Jono's building some dudes. Kind of a funky situation there. We see Marcus is over here trying to forward build. We're just bringing stuff in, doing all the killing. On the other side, Jake was very excited because he was like, "I'm gonna kill all of them," and so he does. What? Kill him with the archers, dude. Don't cut it, kill him. Take your things, set it up, and just kill him. Don't go in. Well, that is what it is. Larry and his bombards. Okay, so Jake's on this side. We've got just the battle of the bulge going on here. We did cut in over here, and you can see I get in over here, and Taylor, let's see here. No, Taylor's right here, and Joel's attacking him. We've got some crepos, and young Miguel strong flexes here in the middle. He just holds this game. On the other side, we've got Jake with the archers and the siege and the stuff. Larry's preemptively like, oh no, we are not. We are gonna just wall this all off. Probably a good move. And another castle down. Larry's turned. Over here, the fight is just a bloodbath. We see that Michael has just built tons of these bombard towers, which are awesome because the Portuguese have the best gunpowder units in the game. That's their strong suit. They've got that extra accuracy, and I think they're cheaper as well. We see that that me and Marcus are just fighting for our lives, and here comes Joel swarming, and Joel swarms and swarms and swarms. Is Taylor still back in here? I think they may have cleared him out. Looks like they cleared him out. On the other side, we see that Jono is coming to save. Taylor's over here, and Jake's got a forward castle. And the fight goes on. Just pouring the wrong troops at the wrong things right now. Problem is we have to keep these villagers going because they keep throwing these stupid cavalry at us. So we need to start putting trebs up. And there goes Marcus. Going crazy. He just loves those conics, man. He's all about them. On the other side, Larry has, we're kind of at this stalemate thing. Taylor's trying to bring forward some rams. And the mother effing trebuchets are going. On this side, Joel and Michael are working together with Jono as well in a fashion of love that can only be described as orgy-esque. Jono pushing forward. I keep calling these plunges, and Taylor was like, Tanner, these are not plunges. Like, my bad, dude. I'm sorry. But regardless, this is just impressive to watch. We're fighting over here. On the other side, Larry has pushed forward and taken things out. Jake's trying to just cut in and move forward and cut in and move forward. Oh, there we go. Set him up, set him up, set him up. Kill these. Use the range, man. I like it. And once again, Larry is just being mean. Here in the center, Taylor is doing a really good job of just kind of being a little bit of everywhere. And we are just throwing every single troop. Michael keeps building forward. It's super annoying. It's like, okay, Michael, win with your buildings. Fine. And now we see they've cut in. Jake's gonna go around. Good move. Jake, set those up. Set them up. Oh, nope. Oh, he wants this one. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. Kill it, kill it, kill it. One more. Oh. Jake's just like, I've had enough of this. In the middle, the fight goes on. I've missed it, but there has been a cut over here made by Joel. Joel cut in right into Marcus's side. And this is gonna be, I think that it opens up, it makes Marcus more effective, is what it does. And then Taylor's gonna support. Meanwhile, I am just kind of holding on for dear life. Jono keeps sending his cavalry. It's painful to watch. On the right side, Larry and Jake and Taylor are just going back and forth. Right now, Taylor is all in on this side. Back to the middle. Yeah, I don't know when this thing came up. But we see that Michael is doing very well. Come on, stupid. Whatever. It's fine. Meanwhile, Joel has pushed Marcus back. Oh, Joel is just a force to be reckoned with once he gets rolling. Taylor's over here trying his best to help out. Taylor loves his skirmishers. He's a huge fan of them. I think he's the only guy that I think he uses them more consistently than any other player right now. There's Jono running around. Up to the north. They've pushed Larry back. This whole side's just opened up. This is driving me nuts. I gotta pause this. Ugh. Okay, here we go. Back in the game. Now I can't hear the game. Ugh. Well. Where's my fight sound? Oh, okay, fine. Here we go. No, still not doing it. Oh well, I tried. So we've got this going on here. To the side, they kick in, and Taylor just plunges in on Joel. And Joel seems to be scrambling very well. We see that they've been getting in down here, but they're just plunging everything they can on him. Meanwhile, to the side over here, it's me against Michael and Jono going nuts. Yeah, and Larry starts pushing on this side because of this. Basically, Taylor says, "You're on your own. We're gonna win on this side. Let's see what happens." And Jono's here to save Joel as well. Joel has plugged the hole. Are they going to wall it off? What are they gonna do? I don't know. On the other side, I've gotten kind of some, not momentum isn't the word, but I've definitely opened things up a little bit more. On the other side, Larry is just wrecking Jake. He's just putting so much pressure on poor Jake. Jake's, and that's the problem. The Britons aren't really supposed, like, they need a barrier. And Jake didn't have his barrier at all. Which is too bad. We see John over here. He's just trying to find spots. Let's put people away. Middle. Michael is moving forward. Again, we are back at this game. And Jake has decided, you know what, maybe I will wall this off. Probably a good move, man. You see, these are Jake's archers so close to the front. That's so dangerous. Like, if Larry gets into this and kills all of that, oh, that is not good for Jake. But I like these trebs getting used here. That's a good move. Set him up. Although that's a painful move. I don't know where those were going. Alright, I figured out my sound. I had muted myself. I hope that my microphone is still picked up. But either way, here we go. On the other side, Michael is pushed forward. I've lost castles. We're doing it. On the other side, Marcus seems to be plunging. When we look at our villager counts, where it's Joel. Joel's at 198. So Joel's still extremely effective. He's doing very well. And Jono's cooking. Jake's at 119. On the other side, there we go. And it looks like they killed all of Jake's wood choppers. And that castle falls. This fight here is desperate. In the middle, we see that buildings are starting to go, but at a heavy cost. And on the side over here, Taylor and Jake are working in unison. And Larry has plunged over. He's trying to get Taylor out is what he wants. He knows that Taylor can get distracted, and if he can get rid of Taylor, he can win this side. On the other side, He's going to force Taylor all in on this is what he's going to do. And there they go. Meanwhile, in the middle... Oh, I'm not highlighting this well, but Michael had extremely good micro of his units. Jono pulling troops to save people, all just left and right. And on the other side, Larry has made it into Jake's inner sanctum. And he is just, it's not cool, bro. Not cool at all. And Larry is hard countering Jake with the cavalry and the sea. All of this kills what Jake is building. And he's got the trebs protected to take out these buildings. Jake is, and at this point Jake is screaming. But it's not going to matter because Joel is falling. When we look at, so Joel's down to, he was at 190 a minute ago, now he's at 150. He's lost 40 villagers. This corner is big. Oh my gosh, they're going to cut through. Like, they're going to eat the wood through. I never noticed that until just now. Larry gets in. Boom. This is Larry's, I believe it's Larry's first real plunge. And it's going to hurt for Jake. But luckily there's enough pressure turned off of over here. Michael has had to turn, which opened me up. And because of that, I'm able to send troops over to help out with Larry. You can see they're here. And we've walled off. Larry is still in the back of the bases doing the things, but not as badly as Taylor and Marcus, who have just absolutely destroyed Joel's side and taken, they've ransacked. But Larry's not done with his pushes. You see, if we look back here, Larry is still in the back. Taylor's fighting him, but Larry is still doing plunging. Michael has moved to taking this wood. And that, guys, is really the game. We see Jono is fighting tooth and nail. And at this point, I've had to cut around, and we are just never giving up. On the other side, Taylor has gotten into the trade at this point and is just killing every single trade cart he can. They're just shooting all of them. Oh my gosh, it's a nightmare situation. And Jono plunges. And is he gonna cut in? He might cut in. Nope, gives up. On the other side, Larry has owned that. Joel's down to 20 villagers at this point. And he's still in this corner just causing havoc. But their trade is owned, and that is going to be huge this game. On the other side, Larry has now claimed Jake's side. Jake has no more military buildings. We've instructed Jake, wall off and hold. And Larry is doing all of it, everything in his power to get in and cause damage. Handshake's just, you can just see he's just wall. But Trey is now dead. And Marcus is going crazy. Trying to fight, he's basically fighting Michael at this point. What's going on here? Larry gets in. So, it was kind of entertaining. Right in here, Jake was like, I walled off, there's no way he's getting in. And like immediately Larry gets in. So Larry's now in, plunging, and he's into my base. And he's like, I'm gonna house him. I'm gonna shut this down. Which was not a bad play. Larry gets another one in. Holy cow. He's just heavy lifting. And we're just trying to get Larry out at this point. Jono, as you can see, has also got troops in the back, but they're gonna get killed. Oh, that's great. Meanwhile, I'm trying to stop people over here. Taylor is turned to fight young Miguel. And we're back in on him. Jono's trying to save the trade. They've moved their trade up a little bit. So trade is back and going for him. Jono's trying to get back in. You can see he's in the back there. Back to his spot. Meanwhile, Larry's plunging in. And Jake is just gonna own these sections here. This game feels over at this point, but they just never give up, never surrender. And as Joel rebuilt, Joel is at 6 villagers and just slowly rebuilding. Get that, send it in. But it hasn't happened. Meanwhile, in the middle, we're just kind of holding and plunging and holding and plunging. Larry's ready to swing again. Like we gotta stop this, and Michael gets the first. And that, guys, is the game. When we look at our scores, Larry Hunt killed 5,000 units, 800 more than that. Well, 700. Well, yeah, we'll say 8 because he was at basically 800 more than the next closest. His KD was by far the best, with 5-3. Just Larry was an absolute monster that game. Destroyed 86 buildings, and almost all of them were Jake's. Jake was just holding. Joel was the buildings lost monster. He was just they got in and did terrible things to poor Joel. When we look at our economy, Taylor was the most hungry. I had the most wood. Haha. Of course I did. I always do. Jake and Joel were tied for the most stoned. I had the most gold and the most trade. Slav always pays his debts. Jake with that fast feudal, he was very proud of that, by the way. He was like, hey guys, watch this. And then he got it. And Larry had the fast castle and the fast imperial. Taylor explored 90% of the map. It's a lot of map. And Joel had the most research. When we look at society, Jake and Larry, who were fighting each other, had the most castles. Well done. Well played, boys. We see that Taylor had the most relic gold, followed by young Miguel. And that game was just insane. Can't wait for our next one, guys. Till next time, we out.